Hey there, it's Anna. Welcome to the garden. Today I am planting this fence line with cucumbers. So this is one of my, it's like kind of a part shady fence line. It's right behind, this is the tomato bed. Right behind the tomato bed, I'm gonna plant it up with a few different kinds of cucumbers and just kind of see how they do. I'm going to do this English cucumber Chelsea Prize. English cucumbers are my favorite kind of cucumbers to grow and to eat. So I'm gonna put those in, really excited. I'm gonna do a muncher cucumber, which is just kind of like a classic, like high producing, robust production. This is the cucumber year. Last year I had such a hard time growing cucumbers that this year I'm bound and determined. I'm going to get a good cucumber harvest. So robust production, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want. Then I'm going to do a dark cucumber. This is a little lower growing, so this is going to kind of just grow along the bottom. Some Mexican sour gherkins, if you've ever grown these, you know they're just like super high producing. Once they take off, they go crazy. They start kind of slow and then they go absolutely wild. This video is kind of going to probably span over a couple days because I'm just going to get them planted today, and then I'm going to come back and do the trellis system on this fence and show you how I do that. But I have so many things I need to do today that's not going to happen. I'm also going to plant this white wonder cucumber, which is just a really pretty fun white cucumber. So I'm going to plant that along here too. And then I have this mix, it's like a microgreens mix of basil. I think it's Genovese and dark purple opal basil, but I'm just adding basil to like every bed, every container I can this year. I love basil. I think it's beautiful. It's aromatic. It's just fun. And so I'm just gonna sprinkle a bunch of this along the base. Whoa! Along the base of what I did is kind of pull away my mulch, and then I put down some compost and actually a little potting mix just to give me something to plant into. And that's what I'm gonna plant all these seeds into. Yeah, just to kind of give me a good planting surface, because planting just into the mulch is kind of hard. So I'm going to plant them into this, and then I will show you the trellis system and all of that once they come up. Okay, I am back. It's maybe about a week later, and I'm going to set up the trellis for the cucumbers. So I don't think anything has really sprouted up to the surface yet, but I did see like one seed that got dislodged in the rain, and it was starting to sprout. So I think things are happening, and I'm just gonna set up this trellis so I have it done. Let me go over there and I'll show you what I'm using and how I'm gonna do this. So I can't see anything coming up. Yeah, I need to come back out here. Oh yes, here we go. There it is, can you see it? We've got a cucumber starting. This is exciting. Okay, so here's my fence line. Let me step back and I'll show you. This is where we're at in the garden. And I'm going to use this twine, and you just need something to cut the twine. This is just like basic twine. And I'm gonna weave it along this fence pretty close, because nothing is worse than having your spacing too far. I have tried to trellis things like cucumbers before, and I've left too much room in between the string, and it just makes it hard for the plants to hang on. Cucumbers have those little twisty tendrils that want something to grab onto, and if they have to reach too far to get to it, it just doesn't work as well, and the plants end up kind of flopping over, especially in kind of like a part shade area like this. Like they're gonna want to be like reaching to go get sun, and if I don't give them enough room to do that, like enough things to grab onto, they're just gonna flop over and not really do anything. Let me set the camera up over here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I forgot my tripod this morning, so hopefully you can see. Okay, so I can't really fit the twine through here easily, so I'm gonna take big strands, and I'm gonna kind of just do like big strand after big strand after big strand. Cut it. Scissors would have probably been better. And I'm gonna start by just tying it to one. Let's see if you can see that. Just gonna tie it over here, And the nice thing about twine is that it's super easy to cut, it's super easy to remove at the end of the season. I'm just gonna weave it. Now I'm gonna push this down so that it's like maybe 3 or 4 inches above the soil. So right away, these plants have something to grab onto. I have done the kind of trellising system where the lines go up, like vertical. But again, I find it just like harder for them to find something to grab onto. So I want to do this like just as much, you know, just give them as much as possible. I'm just going to start with this first, keeping it kind of loose. So again, there's something for them to grab onto. It's not so tight that they can't hang on to it. And then I will definitely, while the cucumbers are babies, like help them to get trained onto the trellis. Now I'm not going to weave it so thickly in between. I'm going to keep this loose, and I'm going to make one that goes up here, kind of just on an angle. All right, so I took back kind of being too artistic with it, and I stuck with just this weaving it through. That'll be enough for the cucumbers to grab onto. Down here, I have a little bit more of the crisscross. Okay, so it's a couple days later, and I just wanted to show you. I did actually come out and just take down all the diagonal lines. I thought I was gonna make it all artistic and beautiful, and I just decided, you know what, this is cleaner and simpler and kind of looks better. So I wanted to give you that little update, just so you're not surprised, and I'll keep you posted on how this works around the season. So hopefully maybe that gave you an idea on how to get started. And if you've got a fence line like this with some morning sun like I do, pop some cucumbers along it. Might be the perfect spot. Morning sun, afternoon shade. They should be super happy here all summer. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.